Stellar XLM holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Happy Saturday wherever you are around the world. Of course, it's midnight here in North America, bringing you guys these daily updates. If you're enjoying these, of course, smash that like button. But looking across the board, yet again, we're seeing tremendous amount of green across the crypto space. As we can see across the board. But if you're looking at XLM, seeing a little bit of a retracement right now as of recording this update. We're looking at a retracement about 1.9%. But before people start coming out and saying, oh, well, the price of XLM is going down, this and that, yada, 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 I want you guys to understand, look at it on the weekly time frame, up 18%, pretty much balancing itself out, compared to the other coins. And also, one thing I want you guys to keep in mind is 24 hours ago, I would say, yesterday, if you were looking at XLM was actually outpacing a lot of its competitors. That's something I don't want you guys to be neglecting right now. People tend to forget that, but we don't want to be forgetting it. You're noticing a very similar pattern between XRP and XLM yesterday. Like I said, they were performing really strong. And of course, in the correlation to XRP, you are seeing XLM also down about 1.9%. But again, when you look at it on the weekly time frame, it kind of sums it up, everything we're talking about. But XLM price 45.3 cents, down about 2.2% in Bitcoin and USD. Compared valuation $14.1 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume sitting at about $500 million. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So I actually want to start off for the XLM update, but really taking a look at what's happening with BTC, so we can kind of know what's happening on that side of the spectrum. So if you're looking at BTC right now, Bitcoin pretty much ranging around the 116,800 mark. We actually did come up to the 117,595 just 2 days back, but still ranging quite nicely around this level. But we have yet to see the 120k retested, pretty much the level where we were prior to the month of August starting. But you're looking at the dominance pulling down, a very, very good indication for altcoin holders. Of course, I've said that in my HBAR update if you did end up watching it, but we need to understand some people only watch specific coin updates. So if you're an XLM holder, you might only be watching XLM update. If you're an HBAR holder, you might only be watching HBAR update. You guys get the idea. So this is why I try to incorporate the dominance in every single update to make you guys understand. And this does take quite a bit of effort, because of course I don't make just one update. So kindly support the channel by smashing that like button and hitting that red subscribe button if you find these videos informative. But if you're looking at the dominance, currently we're sitting at 60% on dot. Amazing to see, especially obviously dropping below this July lows, which is very something that I want you guys to keep in mind. But again, we need to understand we haven't seen these levels since the beginning of the year. So amazing to see. Now, if you're looking at XLM actually is holding much better than a lot of people think. Some people will come out and say, well, XLM is not pumping up to the yearly highs. Well, that's totally fine. We need to understand how much it's up right now. Let's kind of go back down memory lane if you just want to get a quick reminder. From June 26th at 21.5 cents. If you picked it up around that range, you're still up about 113.8%, and that's after a pullback from our July highs. But if you're looking at it on the hourly perspective, you did see the price of XLM did make its way up to 46.8 cents, but look, we do have significant resistance around that range as well. And we also need to keep in mind that resistance will come in as a little bit of a hurdle for the price. And what a lot of people will ignore is the 24-hour trading volume is not as high as we have seen in the past. So right now, main reason why you're seeing altcoins performing good is due to the fact that the dominance is going down. So that is something that I want you guys to keep in mind. Pretty much what this really means is that money from Bitcoin is not outflowing, from the crypto space in general. It's actually going back into the altcoins. So there are people that are scaling from BTC into XLM, into a lot of altcoins, and hence you are seeing positive price action. But on top of that, in terms of the retail aspect, we're still not seeing, as much volume as to what we have seen in July, but I think that could change much quicker than we think. So far, so good. Really, really liking what I'm seeing here. Of course, we're in a weekend. On the weekend, more manipulation than usual. Target remains to be the same for me right now, which is at 48 cents, and I do believe we will retest that. If breaking above here would mean we could start pushing up to the exciting levels. Last time we were above here was July 21st, so that is something we need to keep in mind. Do let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Thank you for all your support. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.